Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I am just at the start of my little adventure where I'm taking my Corvette and driving up to the Olympic Peninsula, then up into Vancouver Island in Canada. Gonna do some drone flying with some sub 250 gram drones there. But right now, I'm about 80 miles from home in Oregon at a place called Huntington. And the Snake River is right next to me over here. I'm gonna take this drone up. This is the DJI Air 2S. And we're gonna take a look. There's some sand dunes over there. And I've actually gone over there before with ATVs, and it's kind of a fun place. I've always wanted to stop here, always wanted to fly a drone here. So this is the opportunity to do it. I'm not gonna put the landing pad down, but we're gonna get the Air 2S up in the air and go see what we can see. So this is a powerful drone, a little bit of wind, not too bad, so it'll be good. Let's quit messing around, let's get this bird in the air. Okay, we're still grabbing satellites with the Air 2S, got 7 sats, so it's not quite ready yet. 14 sats now, yeah, so now we've got enough to take off. I gotta be honest with you, that didn't take much longer than my Mavic 3, so anyway, that is what it is. Let's take a look at the safety menu real quick. Yeah, we're in bypass mode. I'm gonna set return to home altitude a little higher. Better safe than sorry, I say. 50 meters, that should be good. Yeah, everything looks good. It's not asking for any kind of calibration, so we got plenty of sats. We are in 4K 60, I like that. Let's go ahead and start recording now. And I don't know, I'm gonna do a manual takeoff here. So both sticks down and in. And I'm gonna move this camera down so you can see the drone. And now we'll do it, both sticks down and in. And up on the left stick. And let's pick the camera back up here a little bit. And we'll flip the little guy around, let you take a look at it. OA sensors are on, so it's not gonna let us get too close, and you can see it's a little windy. It's moving around just a tad. And you can see it tilted in the wind even a little bit. A gust of wind came up just then. Let's rock it back and forth. You can see how that gimbal, yeah, and it won't even come forward. It's not, the obstacle avoidance sensors aren't gonna allow that. So there is, I am looking for a direction here. There is a fair amount of power lines and stuff around us. So we are gonna be careful here. I'm moving the drone in a direction that I think, we're gonna go up a lot faster than we go back so that we get up and over these power lines. So reverse and up now. And the cool thing about this drone is that it definitely has the power that you can do stuff like that, right? I mean, it's kind of like the Mavic 3 in that regard. So you can see where I'm at here. I'm at a truck stop. Fairly busy spot, way station right there. I'll do kind of just a little slow yaw around so you guys can see what I'm doing. But you know, it's kind of a nice place to launch from. And then what do you know? There's the river right there. Isn't that something? Wow. Okay, let's pick the gimbal up so you can get a little bit better look at the Snake River. And let's go ahead and move forward here. And I am looking at the drone moving forward. And again, we're just in normal mode, but it sure is fun flying a powerful drone like this because it just makes stuff like this so easy. We're only about 38 meters high. We're not terribly high. Got good signal. Everything's nice and solid. 19 satellites. So you can kind of see here on the river where it's kind of created a sandbar. And you're going to see a spot here where, I mean, I think, you know, there's people that camp over here even, and you see some campers off in the distance. But you can ride ATVs there. Let me pick up the camera just a little more. and we'll move forward here. Let's grab some altitude just to be safe. And you know, make sure, you know, I'm just sitting here thinking, oh, I see the power lines over here. What if there were power lines on that other side over there? Because you do have a railroad track here. And there I see some power lines next to it. But there's the sand dunes that I was telling you about. And it's really fun on an ATV to mess around out there in the sand. Now, I used to go over to the Oregon coast all the time and ride ATVs over at the Oregon coast and mess around in the sand dunes. But this is kind of the closest that I can get to it in Idaho. So this is actually then on the Idaho side now. We're actually back in Idaho, and look, you can see spots here where people have made some trails through the dunes on their ATVs. Well, shoot, I even see some fresh tracks there, right? So let's just go ahead and move on forward. And this is a fairly steep hill you're going to see over here. And you really kind of want a sport quad, I think, probably to go up those things. But I'm going to give you a little confession. I actually have gone up that hill, those hills, on my 700 Grizzly, Yamaha Grizzly. And, you know, you don't want to slow down. I'm kind of looking on my, yeah, those are just bushes. I thought maybe we might see somebody there on the side of the hill. But it looks to me, I'm going to zoom in here. I can't tell for certain on my, well, I can't zoom in 4K 60. So we'll pick it back up. Yeah, I think those are just bushes on the side there. Hard to tell, you know, you're looking on the little FPV screen on the phone, but wanted to see if that was some people messing around there. I may be surprised when I go back and look at the footage. So I got a manned aircraft nearby, and let's go into the map so we can look at that and see. He is 2 kilometers away, and he is at over 1,200 meters high, so that's about 4,000 feet, something like that. So nowhere even close to where we're at. But that's the kind of the goodness of ADS-B, that it gives you those kind of warnings. And trust me, if there was an aircraft that was this low by these sand dunes, he's probably got more problems than my little drone. Where are we at? 77% battery. Yeah, and I see some pretty recent. It'd be cool if we could see some guys running around here, huh? Doing some loops up the side of the dunes. But I don't see anybody active right now. And I hear that aircraft. He is right over the top of us right now, but he is way up there. I always tell people, you know, they talk about visual line of sight and all that. For me, the best thing for recognizing manned aircraft is your ears. It seems like you hear them, at least for me, long before I see them. So again, lots of trails here, lots of sand. It's kind of fun to mess around. It's been, oh gosh, I'm trying to think how long it's been since I've actually been out here on an ATV, and I'm going to say at least 10 years. And I'm sure the new sport quads probably do a lot better job than what my Grizzly does. And there's the railroad tracks. You guys are going to hear a lot of truck noise here, because obviously right here by this truck stop. Focus track, yeah, I touched the screen to swipe that message off, so that's why I thought I was trying to go into focus track. But there's the truck stop that we're at right there on the other side of the Snake River. That's the Oregon side. I'm telling you, if anybody asks you why you buy a drone like the Air 2S, which in my mind is the best bargain in drones right now, price-wise, probably the best value. And my understanding is that DJI is going to put it on sale. They're going to knock about $300 off of it here pretty quick. And man, I'm telling you, Fly More kit for around $1,000, wow, that is a steal. So let's go up the Snake River here a ways and see what we can see. Grabbing some altitude here just to be on the safe side, maybe get you the little bit bigger picture. And again, you know, the beauty of this thing is the power, right? Let's throw it into sport mode. We can get some speed up here. You know, you can power along in a drone like this that you can't do in a mini drone. And I'm a big fan of sub 250 gram drones, and the Mini 3 promises to be an amazing piece of tech. But I'm just telling you, so we're going along about 19 meters per second here, and I'm going to go back into the attitude mode there on my map. But 19 meters per second, so that is well over 40 miles an hour. Probably 43, 44 if I did the calculation. So pretty darn quick. So you can get out there a ways pretty quick. So let's kind of ease our way around here, and that is the exit off of well, that is Interstate 84 in the foreground, and we'll see the exit here in a second that I took to get here. Interstate 84 is of course even numbered, so it's an east-west interstate. And there is the exit right up there, and the truck stop. Max altitude reached, so I got a little higher. Well, I had it set below what legal is. I have it set at 117. That way I don't exceed max legal. But yeah, look at this. So we're coming back against the wind, and again, and it's a pretty heavy-duty wind. And we're still doing 15 meters per second. I mean, I'm standing here, the wind is blowing pretty darn hard. Again, I'm gonna say it again, that's why you buy a drone like this, because then you just don't have to worry about these kind of things, about whether you're gonna get your drone back or not. And you gotta remember, when you're in sport mode, you don't have obstacle avoidance. Let's give you the big picture of the kind of the dune area here. You can see where people have parked with their campers down there. That's just a dry camp, so I assume that they're just there with their ATVs. And boy, I'll tell you, the winds really come up. I'm going to tell you, it is all of a 20 mile an hour wind at least, maybe more, that we're going into here. And of course I'm shooting in 60 frames per second, so the I can't zoom like you could if you were in 30 frames per second. So anyway, there they are. They got their ATVs all set up. We're not going to go over the top of them, but we'll let's go back into normal mode. And let's do a little rotation around here. You can see that whole crew down there. Got their ATVs and side-by-sides and so forth. I've actually taken the ATV and gone up the side of this hill. It's gets a little crazy up there on a utility quad like my Grizzly 700, so yeah, I don't like that thing when it gets too steep. And then you can see this road here, so it goes on up the Snake River, and I've always wanted to take the ATV and just go further up the river here. So we're at 36% battery. Discretion is the better start of... I'm going to start that again. Discretion is the better part of valor. So let's bring this guy back. What you see in the foreground or above there, excuse me, not the foreground, in the background there is the city called of Huntington, Oregon. So let's come on back to the truck stop here and let's bring this baby in for a landing. There we are right there. And you can look at the attitude indicator there in the bottom left of my screen recording, and you can see that the drone is tilted just a little bit. And coming on back. 30% battery, so I think we're gonna be just about right here. And I'm at full tilt, so you got to remember that when you're fighting the wind, you're not going to get as much time battery-wise. I'm going to start dropping down here a little bit as well. We don't need to be as high as I was there. And I'm over here in the corner. You can see the Corvette over there. Let's get kind of centered in on that. Again, I don't know if I said it before, that's a weigh station off on the left side there, and of course the truck stop on the right. And we want to make sure we get over the top of all of these power lines here. I'm a chicken. I'm going to make sure I'm well above them. Again, discretion is the better part of valor. And here we are. Let's wait for that truck to go by. And let's start bringing her down. And lots of power lines again, so I just want to make sure I'm past all that stuff. What you wouldn't want to do would be to descend down into a power line, right? Wouldn't that be, that would be a bummer. Let's move it over here just a little. And start bringing her down. Pick up that camera. Boy, that drone drops fast. I'm looking at the drone coming down and it really drops. Okay, picking up the camera so you can see me here in just a second. Yep, there I am. And boy, that drone, when I hit the down stick, it came right down. Okay, I'm gonna throw it into cine mode here so that we get a little more. Boy, I just had some birds fly right over the top of it. Little Tweety birds. And let's bring it on in here. Bring it around. I'm going to drop the gimbal down. Maybe you'll see a little bit of the Corvette here. Well, just a little bit. Okay, let's get a look at the Corvette here. So there you can see the Corvette. I've got the motor right underneath the hatch there. But anyway, let's bring it over here and bring it down in front of us. I want to make sure you can see it on the GoPro, and I think you can. So let's start bringing it down. Pick that camera up as we go. And down we go. Perfect. And 15% battery. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the DJI Air 2S, I mean, like I said when I was narrating there, the reason that you have a drone like this is so that you can fly in winds like this comfortably and get done what you need done. You got to see a different part of the Snake River than you've ever seen before. This is by Huntington, Oregon, and on the other side there's some dunes, and I always thought those dunes were pretty cool. Always wanted to show them to you, so now we've done that, and again, you got to see a little bit different part of the river and kind of what's going on here. So yeah, I'm going to continue my adventure, take the Corvette for a ride, and head on into the rest of Oregon and into Washington, and then up into Vancouver Island in Canada. So I promise to do a lot of drone flying along the way. I don't know what order I'm going to post these videos, so you know, who knows when you'll see this one, but in any case, that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I appreciate you taking the time to look at this video, the DJI Air 2S. Fantastic piece of tech. See you guys later. Bye now.